Hello. Everyone can hear me? Okay, all right. Good morning, everyone. First of all, welcome and thank you for joining us tonight. Before we start our class tonight, we have just one announcement to make. Well, we have another speaker for you tonight as Senior Eager Manager Chee. The handsome face you saw on the poster is not able to join us tonight. But we have replaced him with Senior Eager Manager Kimi. All right. He extends his sincere apologies. Worry not. Kimi is equally good in my eyes. Okay. Please allow me to give a brief introduction of her. All right. So, just like many others, Kimi started working since she graduated from university. Okay. She worked. Sorry. She has PhD degree and has been in training and education industries for the past 15 years. Partnering with her husband, she is now a senior eager manager and has qualified for this title 6 years consecutively, right? In Kimi's youngest days, she was a typical white collar who went to work very early in the morning and then went home late in the evening. There was barely time for her to take care of her own health in a proper manner. She has tried many different detox and diet plans, and none has worked. That's sad. Okay, as she said, she was overweight even 1 year after delivery. Typical woman's problem. Okay, because I'm pregnant and I'm also worried about this. So I definitely will listen to this class tonight carefully. All right. Okay. Due to previous bad experience, she did not trust any weight loss programs in the market, and it was all a coincidence that she tried our Clean 9, and surprisingly, after she tried, and you know what? It was a total buy-in for her after the 9 days. She was so impressed with the result. After just 9 days, she lost 4 kilograms. And in the next 2 months, she lost another 8 kilograms. That's a lot of number. Okay. Ever since that, she has been a loyal supporter of the Clean 9 and actively recommending this to friends and family. It is a total transformation for her. Okay, you will see her. Okay, right after this, she is very beautiful. Her skin is very glowing. I like to see her face. Okay, all right. If you're now struggling with your weight and your health, or even if you're just looking around for a safe way to maintain your health, you are in the right place now. Without further ado, let us welcome Kimi to give her sharing today. Let's type 9333 to welcome her. Kimi, you need to unmute.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hi, good morning, everyone. And first of all, just need to extend apologies for SEM Chee because he has something on and there's an emergency at all, and he's not able to join us today. I'll try not to, I try not to be sorry to him for taking this chance to share this clean light that I know about with you. I'm sorry, I've been nervous because I'm all the time behind the scene. Right. Before I start my sharing today, I just want to share with you that as to make some clarification, I'm actually not a medical doctor. Just to clarify, I'm not a medical doctor, and whatever that I'm going to share with you today is mainly based on what I have read from research articles, from books, and of course, based on the experience I have with Clean 9. And Clean 9 is a totally, I would say that it's unbeatable compared to all the detox programs in the market. So if you would allow, I would like to share my screen. Okay, let's see. Are you able to see my screen today? Zira? And before I forget, thank you, Zira, for making this great introduction of me. Right. Clean 9, as it says by the name, is a program of 9 days. With a little bit of persistence, a little bit of effort, you are able to transform yourself in 9 days. To me, it is about spending 9 days to transform yourself and master your health again. And as you see in the pictures, you're going to look better, feel better after the 9 days. Okay, detox. Let me say, okay, how many of you feel that you actually do not know what a detox means? If you do not know what a detox means, can you just please type a 1 there in the chat box? Or how many of you actually understand what detox is? Oh, that's very good. Everybody is answering. And this is what we always want when we are conducting classes and we see responses, we see interaction, that we can understand your needs better. I just hope my sharing today is able to help you to understand this program better. So how many of you actually have done a detox before? If you have done a detox before, can I have 3, please? Okay, very well. I believe some of you actually do not know why you need a detox, and actually some of you are not sure why you need a detox, or you do not know whether you need a detox. Don't worry, I have a very short list to help you to determine whether you need a detox. Come. Okay, let's see. Can you try to use a pen or a pencil on your notebook? Just try to find out how many ticks that you have here. You have more than 3 ticks, then you definitely need a detox. So I give you, let's say, 30 seconds for this. Lethargy means you feel tired, you can't focus on things, just feel like you don't have energy and you are very irritable. There's lethargy. And overweight, and how many of you actually have the issues with the weight? Insomnia is you can't sleep, you have problem falling asleep. How many of you had actually more than 3 of this? Can I see a show of, let's say, if you have more than 3 of this, can you please put, let's say, 9? Or how many of you have actually all of this? Annie, is there any? Yeah, you see that in our current era, or in this 21st century, actually, I think most people, like us, for example, those who always go to work early in the morning and then come back home late at night, and most of the time we actually eat out. So when you eat out, you actually tend to consume toxins into your body without you realizing. And it is not surprising if you have actually more than 3 ticks here, And it is actually I would be surprised if you have less than 3 ticks here, just to be very frank with you. Because you know what, I have been talking to my friends, I've been talking to my families, I've been talking to my customers, my partners. At least they will have 3 of this. So it means that nowadays we really need to take extra care of our health, and a detox is actually a must. I would say that detox is a regular regime for me. I actually do detox twice a year because I eat out. I have so many, sometimes so busy that I'm not able to really take care of myself. So detox is very important for me to maintain my health, for me to be able to work, to take care of my family. So how do toxins affect you? Just now you have seen the list, and you just saw the list just now, and you have managed to put the ticks. All right. But have you ever thought to yourselves how these toxins actually affect you? What actually makes you feel lethargy? What makes you feel sick? It is actually the toxins that are affecting you. Okay. One of the things that the toxin is affecting you, it is by damaging the enzymes. And you know that there are so many enzymes in the body, and your body is actually a machine of enzymes. It needs enzymes to work. Toxins actually damage your enzymes, and accordingly, your body functions are affected. Okay, one of the examples is, the toxins that enter your body actually affect the enzymatic activity in your body that fights, let's say, free radical damages. And I think everybody knows what free radical is. It is something that actually damages the cell. So when you have toxins, or when you are loaded with toxins, it's going to affect the enzymatic activities in your body that are taking care of the anti-aging process. And the next one, it actually damages your organs. When there is too much toxin, and where it's the first organ that it actually attacks your liver, because liver is one of the largest organs that mainly does detoxification for you. When it damages the organs, it can no longer detox. It means that when the toxins damage your organs, or for example, your liver can no longer detox. And when your liver cannot detox, you are going to be affected by the toxins. It is a cycle itself. And displace important minerals. Okay, toxins, some of the toxins, when it enters your body, it has the ability to displace calcium in your bones, for example. And as a result, you have a weaker bones. And then which result in, if you have brittle bones that are easily broken. Next, it disrupts the hormonal balance. I think you have read in articles that says that a lot of the, especially livestock that we use or we eat today, we're talking about meat, chickens, cows, beef, all the kind of meats. They are actually, sometimes they inject hormones or antibiotics into the meat. And at the end, it goes into our body. When these external hormones enter our body has an excellent mechanism to take care of it. And which is organ? It is the liver that is taking care of it. What happens when there are too much toxins in your body? It actually loads up your liver. So the liver, when it is supposed to actually discharge the external hormones from your body, when it is so loaded, it won't be able to do so. So as a result, this external hormones is recycled back into your whole system again. So when it is into your system again, you actually get a disrupted hormonal balance. It actually attacks the balance within your body. Right. And then the next one, accelerate aging. When there are toxins in the body, it actually accelerates, or as I said just now, it actually affects the anti-aging capability of your body. It actually accelerates aging. And cell degeneration. Cell degeneration means that your cell, just like it's a living body, it's actually a living cell. It is born, and then it becomes old, and then it dies, and then the new cells are generated again. But what happened when there are too much toxins in your body? When there are too much toxins in your body, they are going to actually make the process of degeneration faster. And what is worse is it is going to affect the cell regeneration again. So it means that your cells now becomes old faster, and they die faster, but the new cells are not generated fast enough. Are you following so far? I hope you are following me. If I'm going too fast, please just let me know, all right? Okay, the next one, affect body reactions to the external environment. As with the capability of all the living organisms, we are able to adapt to the environmental change. Just to give you a very simple example, plants, the leaves of the plants actually grow towards sunlight. Is that correct? Is that correct? Everyone, is that correct? Yes or no? Can I see some response? Yes. So this is a typical example of response to external factors. If you put your plant next to the window, I'm sure all the leaves would grow towards the window because that's where it gets the sunlight. So it's the same thing here. When your body is exposed to certain chemicals or certain pollutions or certain pollutants or allergens, your body actually reacts to it. So your body has a mechanism to adapt to it. So when there is too much toxin in your body won't be able to react as effective. Because your reaction to the external factors is now suppressed. So it's actually affecting you every day. You get it? When your body can't adapt to the environmental factors, it is actually very damaging, because just look at our environment nowadays. There's so many pollutants and there's so many allergens. and it damages cell membranes to respond. You know that your brain is actually the control center of all your cells and all your body movements, and everything in your body, every function in your body is actually controlled by your brain. And do you know that every cell in your body actually communicates? And your body, all the cells in all the organs in your body actually talk to your brain. Do you actually know that? Can you imagine that your cells in your body actually talking to your brain? They actually communicate, So when there is toxin in your body, it actually damages the cell membranes. The cell membranes is just like a site, a site where it responds messages, it receives messages from the brain, and it sends messages to the brain. I mean, they talk. It's just like walkie-talkie. Do you understand this? Walkie-talkie. If let's say one side is broken, you won't be able to receive messages and you won't be able to send messages. Okay, are you following so far, everyone? Am I going too fast? If you are going too fast, please just let me know because I'm looking at the chat box at the same time, right? So this is one of the effects that the toxin is affecting you. So don't be surprised if you can't actually react to the environmental change, or you find that you suddenly become so allergic or so sensitive to the dust in the environment, and you suddenly become so sick easily, and you are easily getting flus. It's all because of the toxins working in your body. Your toxins are actually affecting all the normal body functions that you have in your body, right? And it impairs the ability of your organs to detoxify. You know that your detoxifying organs actually helps you to detox your bodies. But the thing is, when they are too loaded, when they are loaded with full load of toxins, then it becomes more difficult to detoxify. Can you imagine that? The machine, it's just like a machine. You load it up with all the things. Do you think it's able to work? So it's not going to work. So the same goes to your detoxifying, all the detox organs, your skin, your intestines, your colons, your kidneys. When they are so loaded with toxins, then they are not going to do the detox effectively for you. So this is how the toxins are affecting you. And this is how they are giving you the effects that you just ticked in the previous slide. Now, can you relate better? I believe you can relate it better now, right? Why you are having all those toxin-related effects. It is because the toxins are actually affecting your body in this manner, as you can see on the slide now. So what is detox? Detox is actually physiological removal of toxins from your body through the main detox organs. And the main detox organs that we're talking about here are liver, kidneys, lungs, colon, your lymphatic system, and your skin. Don't be surprised that your skin is one of your main detox organs. Do you sweat? Sweating is actually a detox reaction, or it's actually a detox mechanism. And a real detox actually involves toxin removal and sufficient nutrient. Toxin removal and sufficient nutrients means that while you are doing the detox, when you are getting rid of toxins from your body, you need to have sufficient nutrient in your body, because studies have shown that the detox effect is not going to be as fabulous or as excellent if there is no nutrient, or if there's not enough nutrients for your body to work under. Your body is just like a car. To start a car or to move a car, you need fuel, you need energy. It's the same thing here. For your organs to do detox excellently or effectively, you need to provide the organs with the essential nutrients, or with the right amount of nutrients that they need. Only then the detox will be effective. So now, we've been talking about toxins and we're talking about fat. Is fat bad? How many of you actually feel that fat is bad? If you feel that fat is bad, can you just give me a yes here? Depends on what type of fat, correct? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Do you feel that? Okay. Fat is bad. Fat is important. Oh, very good. It's very good. Okay. Let me share more with you. Actually, do you know that 1/5 of your weight is from fat? Do you know that? Actually, 1/5 of your weight is from fat. And your body is actually designed to store fat. You need certain fat percentage in your body to keep you healthy, to keep you warm. The first type of fat is subcutaneous fat. You know what is subcutaneous fat? Here, do you see my hand? This is subcutaneous fat, the fat that is under your skin directly. This kind of fat stays here. It doesn't move. It's just fat. No, it doesn't move from your arm to your finger, or it doesn't move from your finger to your arm. It just stays there. And its main function is to insulate your body. Do you know a polar bear? You know a polar bear? Is it big or is it small? Is polar bear big or small? They have some, yeah, very big, right? And why is it big? Because it has a very thick subcutaneous fat underneath its skin. And this fat is important to keep it warm, right? And subcutaneous fat is also an important protective mechanism for your bones and your muscles. Can you imagine that without fat, underneath your skin, what happens if you fall and you sit right on the floor? You just imagine there's no fat at the back, there's no fat on your thigh, and you suddenly slip and fall. Can you imagine the kind of impact that lands directly on your bones? Yes. If there's no fat to protect your bones, then maybe you suffer a fracture, and the pain is unbearable. So you would need subcutaneous fat for this function. So fat is not totally bad. And the next one is visceral fat. Again, do you think visceral fat is bad? It's not really so. But the problem with visceral fat is you need it, but you can't have too much of it. The fat, just like subcutaneous fat, while subcutaneous fat is needed to insulate the body and to serve as a padding to protect your muscles and bones, visceral fat, it actually protects vital organs. So you need to have this kind of fat to wrap around your organs, not excessively. You just need it in the right amount to protect your organs. And it also serves as an energy reserve for you. So the problem comes when there is excessive fat in your body. So when everything is within the right ratio and everything is in the right amount, this is just nice for you. You get what I mean? So you actually need visceral fat, and it is within your abdominal cavity. And what is bad about this visceral fat is if it is excessive, if it is too much, it is going to move. It's going to move around here in your abdominal cavity, and then if you let it continue to be like this, and if you don't take care of it over time, it's going to give you problems. So you can see on the picture here. So the visceral fat or fat are actually, the fat is actually protecting your important organs. It's actually protecting your spine. And just imagine when it is too much, then this is where you have this bloated tummy, or you can call it a beer tummy. So you see all the fat accumulating there. And now, do you want to know how to determine whether you have too much subcutaneous fat or too much visceral fat? Do you want to know how? There's a very simple way to get to know about it. Do you want to know how? I'm going to share with you how. It's a very simplistic one, but then this at least serves as a visual guide for you. Just a visual guide, okay? Just a visual guide for you to determine whether you have more subcutaneous fat or you have more visceral fat in yourself. Okay, this is the one. Just look at your body now. If you are in front of the mirror, if you are not, just get someone or your partner next to you to look at yourself. Which body shape do you have? Which body shape do you have? Do you look like an apple, or do you have the pear shape? Do you see the midline, the blue line in the middle? Okay, that is the midline of your body. It should be around your waist area. So if yours is of the apple shape, then you have more of the visceral fat. If you are of the pear shape, you actually have more of the subcutaneous fat. So now back to okay, let's test whether you have been following well. Which is more dangerous? Is it apple or is it pear? Do you remember the last slide that I just shared? Which is more of health concern? Is it pear or is it visceral fat? Or is it pear or is it apple? Which is harder to lose? In terms of fat, which do you think is harder to lose? Is it visceral or is it apple or is it pear? If it is easier for you to type. Yes, visceral fat is actually more difficult to lose, because if you want to lose your visceral fat, I would say that exercise is a must. And exercise is always one of the most effective ways, combined with good diet and a good detox program, to help you get rid of the visceral fat. While for the pear shape, it's actually quite easy to lose, you know, that compared to visceral fat. If you get this pear shape, it means that you always have prolonged sitting. You are sitting, there is less movement, and your lower body just sit on the chair, you don't move a lot. And what you need to do is just to move more, and then control your diet, do a good detox program, and then you will take care of the pear shape. And then you will go back to the hourglass shape that you want. Right. So fat and toxin, we have talked about toxins. I have defined fat for you. So let's see whether fat and toxins, are they good friends? You know, when toxin accumulates, your liver is overloaded, affecting metabolism. And how are they related? You know, do you know that most of the toxins are actually stored in fat? So basically, your fat is like a house to toxins. When there is more fat, there is actually more toxin being stored in your body. And of course, your weight goes up. So actually, they are good friends in a way, if you ask me. When there's more fat, there's more toxin, and your weight goes up. Or they're actually interrelated. When there is more toxin, then you need more house, fats build up, then your weight goes up. Right, so excessive visceral fat actually affects detoxification. As I said just now, when the fat is just around or just within your abdominal cavity, it actually moves. So it actually restricts the blood circulation, it restricts the cell regeneration, it also restricts the movement of nutrients to every of your cell. So detox is very important. When you do detox, it actually relieves the burden of your liver, improves the metabolism, and prevents accumulation of toxin. Do you know how it works? When you actually do detox, your body is actually breaking down the fat. I just told you that fat is the house to toxins, right? Correct? So if you break down the house, what happened to the toxins? It actually will go to your blood and then you'll be flushed off. You get it? Rather than being stored in your fat, because now you have already demolished the house of the toxin. There's no more place to stay, so they have to come out. It's very simple, right? I hope I have put it in a simple way that you can understand. Right. So Forever Clean Night program, and why I am a loyal supporter to Forever Clean Night Detox program. First of all, it is non-medicinal. No, I don't believe in using medicines to do detox, because medicine itself is toxic. No, medicine itself is already toxic to the body. So why would I want to use medicines to do my detox? And in Forever, the products that we are using, the Forever Clean Night program, they are 100% natural. We use plant-based products. They are plant extracts. They are totally safe and effective. And what is more important about this clean night to me is it actually combines detox, weight management or weight control, and cell activation at the same time. It actually combines all the three together. Meaning to say that when you are doing detox, you are actually reducing your weight, you are actually managing your weight, you are also reducing the fat percentage in your body. And at the same time, because it is so nutritious, it's actually providing nutrients to your body for your cells to regrow or to repair the cells that have been damaged before by the toxins, right? Is everyone good? Are we good? Can we continue? I saw a hand here. Is there someone who asked questions, or is it by this one? Are we good? Okay, then we shall continue. So why is Clean Night the best detox program? As I said just now, it is safe, it is natural, and there's no injection. If you're afraid of needles, then it is the thing for you. And usually for natural supplements, we don't use needles. And if you go to the market and someone is introducing some detox programs for you, and they told you that, and they tell you that, well, you need to use a needle to inject things into your body, then you better think twice. Because so far, if it is natural products, they don't require injection. Okay, but of course it is a different story if you are bedridden in the hospital, that this is a different story. But if you're talking about a healthy person, you can walk, you can sleep, you can eat, I don't see a reason why you need injection. Okay, and for Forever Clean Night and for all the Forever products, the products have been in the market for more than 40 years. So we are talking about a 40 years continual improvement, a 40-year R&D to improve the products. And it is sold in 160 countries, more than that. So if you doubt the safety of the product, so are you also doubting the monitoring department of each country, of these 160 countries, that they are not doing a good job? You see that if the product can be sold in more than 160 countries, it means that they have been approved by the relevant monitoring body in that country, and they are safe, and this product is safe to use. And what I like about this Forever Clean Night program is that it's professional nutrition consultation. In Forever, there is an in-house nutritionist that will answer every of your questions on nutrition. I still remember when I first started Clean Night, I had some problems, I had questions, and actually dropped a message to the nutritionist, and she was very helpful, and she actually advised me every single thing that I needed to know. I think the nutritionist actually knows me, although nowadays I contact her less, but I believe I managed to impress her with my questions in my earlier days with Forever. So all of this combined together is going to give you a good experience and a very safe experience for you to do your detox. And the results are significant. Generally, you will feel lighter, and there's actually better nutrient absorption by your body. And you can see that you start to see a glowy skin. You have improved complexion, especially if you have been having issues with acne, breakouts, and all these skin issues. You will realize that after these 9 days, all of these conditions improved. You will have less breakouts, you have less acne. If you don't trust me, you have to try this yourself, And improved cell recovery. Well, this is a little observation of myself. Before I do detox, for small cuts or small wounds, usually it takes a bit of time to recover or to get back to its original, for the skin to patch up. But then after I do Clean Night, I realized that the recovery is faster. Of course, I'm not asking you to go to cut yourself now to do experiment on this. What I'm trying to tell you is you just need to pay a little bit of more attention to your body, to look at how your body is working and how your body is recovering. For example, recovering from flu, if you are done with flu, and how your body actually recover from flu. And if you have small cut, let's say you have accidentally cut yourself while you're cooking, just let's see how it improves and how it heals. You'll be amazed that you can just pay a little attention to your pre-clean line and to your post-clean line experience. Just look at how visible this growth is, and then you will realize the difference. Trust me, I mean, you just need to pay a little bit more attention to your body conditions, then you understand what I mean. So please don't cut yourself, yeah, right? And the other thing is confidence. You need to boost your own confidence. And Clean 9 is one good program for you to boost your confidence. I'm not talking about hourglass figure. I'm not talking about six packs. I'm talking about the inner confidence that you have. Let me just give you a very simple example. Sometimes people are bothered with, smelly breath because of the toxin accumulating in the body. So for people having a smelly breath, what they do? They actually try, or they refrain from talking because they don't want people to comment on their smelly breath. So over time, you become quiet. So this is reflection of low self-confidence. Sometimes certain people, for example, you are having acne, you have a lot of acne, you have a lot of breakouts. I believe sometimes you might feel a little bit taken aback when you would like to go for gatherings, if you want to go for parties. But then after Clean 9, after the detox, I'm sure your complexion will improve. I'm sure you would no longer have this smelly breath issue. And all of this actually will boost one's confidence. Do you agree with what I just explained? Do you agree? Can I see some response? I saw a question from Jenny. Can someone having high blood pressure taking Clean 9? Yes, but then you have to continue monitoring your condition. Clean 9, when you are taking Clean 9, because it is a detox program, and because of there's no food intake in the first 2 days, because there's no food in the first 2 days, you just need to monitor your blood pressure constantly. But so far, with all the customers, or all my customers, or all my partners, or all my friends who have done this, there's no issue. They're able to go through Clean 9 smoothly. And actually, those who are able to do Clean 9 completely, following the program completely, they actually realize that their blood pressure becomes more stable after some time. I used to have a case. This guy was in his early 30s, and every day he actually took one packet of medicines. I don't know, there's 10 or 20 tablets of medications that he had to take care of his high blood pressure, high glucose level, and gout, all the blood and all the health issues that you could think of. So I talked to him, and I'm glad that he tried Clean 9. Back then, after Clean 9, we had a program called Lifestyle 30. So it is just like our F15 now. It's a F15 times 2. Okay, so back then he actually did Clean 9 and the Lifestyle 30. You guessed what? After he did the program, he actually lost 20 kilos in 2 months. After Clean 9 and the 30-day program, he actually lost 20 kilos. And in 6 months' time, he no longer needed to take medications. And he has been maintaining it for years. Yes, it's 20 kilos in 2 months. And in 6 months' time, he no longer needed to take medications. And even the doctor was amazed. Yeah, so, this is how Clean 9 and F15 could help. Okay. What is the minimum year of age can do Clean 9? Okay, there's no minimum year of age if you ask me, but then I don't think young kids need to do Clean 9. If you ask me, I would suggest at least 16 or 17 and above. Okay, you need to have around, I don't think this is applicable. I don't think a very young kid need the clean night, because a clean night is a detox program. How much toxins can a small kid take in? This is what I'm thinking. So I don't think clean night is suitable for young kids. If you ask me, I would suggest teenagers and in teenage, for example, at least 15 years and above, if you ask me. Right. Daily meal intake, I mean the menu, it can be creative. I'll share some examples later, right, Emilia? Right. So at the end, I just want to emphasize that clean night is actually not a diet plan. Clean night is actually a decision. It's a decision for you to want to look better, to get fitter. It's not so much about dieting, okay? It's about your decision, your determination that you want to get fitter and healthier. Throughout my journey with Clean Night and from all the books and research articles that I've read, in my opinion, if you want to do a detox program, you have to look at these 3 principles. The first one is you must make sure that the program that you are doing is scientifically sound. Scientifically sound means that it can be supported with scientific evidence. The second one is diet management. There is no one program, and there's no detox program that can work without you taking care of your food. Do you know the old saying that goes, you are what you eat? Correct? You know this, right? You are what you eat. So there is no one way to actually detoxify your body if you do not want to control your food. So you have to control the diet. You have to control what you eat. And the third thing is exercise. You must exercise, because exercise is one great way to activate your body cells and to make you sweat and to get rid especially heavy metals from your body. Okay? So this is what Clean Night does. First of all, it actually removes toxins from your body, and the whole combination actually provides the nutrients that you need for you to detoxify your body. And the next thing, because of the nutrients or because of the complete nutrition that it gives you, it actually helps you to maintain it to maintain the health state. And of course, nowadays, if you ask me, especially in Malaysia, there's so many nice food. I would say it is unrealistic if I want you to control your diet at 1,200 or 1,600 calories a day. And I also understand that sometimes because of the festivals, you would need to, you tend to eat, you tend to go to parties, you tend to eat more. So one way to maintain the health condition is to do detox regularly. Just like how you eat regularly, you need to do detox regularly as well. So Nurul, there is something that you don't understand. Okay, I explain. Okay, Clean Night. How Clean Night works is it actually removes toxin first, and the whole Clean Night package actually supplies complete nutrition to you. So when it is actually removing the toxin for you, it actually helps your cells to regenerate. Do you remember the very first few slides that I say that when there are too much toxins in your body, your cells are damaged? So what Clean Night does is it actually helps you to break down the fat. It detoxifies your body, and at the same time, it is also supplying the nutrients that your body needs to repair and to grow or to get back the normal functions. And then because of the nutrition that it has, it actually helps you maintain your health condition. Because Clean Night, we're talking about a total, I would say that, a reset. It's like a reset of your body. It resets all your body functions so that it goes to the peak performance, right? This is how Clean Night works. So what do we have in Clean Night? The 4-star products that we have: Forever Aloe Vera Gel, Forever Arctic Sea, Bee Pollen, and Forever Light Ultra. Okay, Forever Aloe Vera Gel. Oh, there's fiber as well. Sorry, Toxin. Thank you very much. There's also fiber. Sorry, I missed it. There's also fiber in the Clean Night program. Okay, Forever Aloe Vera Gel. We're talking about how Forever Aloe Vera Gel actually plays a role in your Clean Night program. First thing of all, it contains saponin. Saponin is like a natural cleanser. Just look at the middle picture. Do you see villi there? And you see microvilli? Just imagine that this villi is the layer on the surface of the intestines. Okay, and there are a lot of can I use the word dirt? There's actually a lot of dirty things that are trapped. That's trapped within villi. Okay. So what happened is, do you think a lot of people are saying me that, okay, if they just like a drain, if you pour water in, then if you flush all the dirt out, but it doesn't actually work with our body, or it doesn't really work with colons or intestines, because the water molecules are too big. The water molecule is so big that it cannot get between or get within this microvilli to bring all the dirt out. So you need some natural cleanser. And what is the natural cleanser here? We're talking about saponin. Saponin is a natural cleanser, is a foam-like substance that actually is small enough to get between the villi or microvilli on your intestines, and then it is able to bring the dirt out. And the next thing is fiber. Fiber actually helps you to improve your intestinal peristalsis. Peristalsis is movement, the movement of your colons of your intestines to move. Of course, from the top, it is the movement of your food to go to your stomach, and then it goes to your intestines. Okay, this is the movement. This is called peristalsis. So fiber actually improves peristalsis. I believe you have learned all this you have heard this before. Fiber, I think you have read it, in the newspaper, you have read it in books, or if not, you have heard it from a lot of people. So this is how fiber helps you. So fiber just acts like a broom. Just now you have a saponin, we had the saponin. No, we talked about saponin just now, right? It's just like when you wash your plates, you use the detergent to wash your plates. And how do you make sure that your plate is really clean? You need a brush, right? This fiber is like a brush. So it actually goes along intestines and bring out all the dirt together with saponin, with the help of saponin. And aloe vera gel is also rich in amino acids, minerals, and vitamins. If you remember what I said just now, you would need complete nutrient, or you will need enough nutrition for you to detox effectively. So the amino acids, minerals, and vitamins actually provides nutrients, and it helps you to repair cells that have been damaged, and it encourages healthy cell growth. So it's actually a package. You need to clean the drains. If you imagine your intestines as a drain, you have to clean the drain, and then you have to, cover those that are already broken, the cells that are already broken. You have to repair it again after you clean it. Are you following? Can you understand? Can everyone understand? Can I just get some response here? If you can, just say yes. Thank you very much. Okay, right, that's good. We just stop if there's something that you would like to ask, all right? And why must it be Forever Aloe Vera Gel? I have friends who ask me, can I follow your Clean Night program, but I use aloe vera gel for somewhere else? Well, the answer is, Forever is the largest producer and distributor of aloe vera based health and beauty products. I do not think you can get the aloe vera of the same quality at the same price from the other companies. I seriously doubt so. So I would say that if you want to do detox, you definitely would want something that is the most effective for you. And aloe vera from the Forever Living products is the best to use. Okay? And Clean Night Adakah clean night? No, clean night should be used only with clean night, meaning to say that you should only focus on clean night. You shouldn't actually mix clean night with the other products, because then it is going to affect the detox efficiency. And we do not know about the efficiency and the content of the other products. So usually when we do clean night, we just use the clean night package. You want to make sure that whatever you do or whatever that you consume are in the right proportion and they are safe to consume. And if you actually use it together with the other products, then we can't actually tell the effects, because we do not know the exact content of the other products. You get what I mean? And Clean Night is designed this way because we know the content, the composition, and the right amount to consume. So when you do Clean Night for detox purpose, you should only use the Clean Night, not to combine with the other programs that you're doing. All right? And in Forever, the aloe vera gel that we use is safe to consume, and the freshness is actually maintained because there is a patented process that Forever has to remove emodin. Emodin is a toxic yellowish mucus layer between the outer skin of the aloe vera and the flesh of the aloe vera. It is yellowish mucus-like. If you have aloe vera plant at home, you just cut it, just slice it, then you will see some mucus-like, some yellowish mucus that's in between the flesh and the skin. And that thing is poisonous. So actually, I have some friends who actually ask me, I have some aloe vera plants at home. Can I just use that? Can I just cut it, and then I consume it that way? Then I would say that you better be careful then, because maybe instead of detoxification, you are actually poisoning yourself. Because if emodin is not removed in the right way and is as fast as possible, it's going to contaminate aloe vera flesh and it is going to poison you. So instead of detoxifying yourself, you are instead poisoning yourself if you are using aloe vera that you plant in your backyard. So I would say that use Forever aloe vera gel, which is definitely safe for you and purest of all. And certifications and Forever products are always of the highest quality, and we actually pay attention and we emphasize on quality. Our aloe vera gel is actually certified by the International Aloe Science Council, and you won't be able to get this certification if your aloe vera gel is not of the purest quality or quantity. And we also have kosher rating, and we are certified halal worldwide, and we do not test it on animals. Isn't it good to see how safe the Forever aloe vera gel is? And because of its purity and because of its quality, it has got all these certifications. And Forever Arctic Sea, So Forever Arctic Sea is a perfect blend of omega-3 and omega-9, and it is high in EPA, DHA, and oleic acid. And a lot of the times, my partners like to ask me, or my customer or my friends like to ask me, can you explain to me how EPA, DHA is related to cholesterol? How does it actually affect cholesterol? Okay. Have you heard of LDL and HDL? Yes or no? Can I see the response? Do you know LDL? HDL? LDL is low density lipoprotein, while HDL is high density lipoprotein. Do you know that? Okay, LDL is actually the carrier of cholesterol. Can you imagine LDL being a lorry, for example? Just imagine LDL is a lorry, and this lorry actually carries all the cholesterol. And what it does is, this lorry carries the cholesterol, go through your blood vessels, and then deposit it onto your blood vessels. And actually, HDL also carries cholesterol. But what HDL does is, HDL carries the cholesterol to your liver. And then at your liver, your cholesterol is processed and then flushed off. Do you see the difference now? Yes, yes. Yeah, downside. Yes, correct. Now, LDL is just like a lorry carrying all the cholesterol along your blood vessels, and then it dumped your cholesterol along the blood vessels, and it forms plaque along the blood vessels. And over time, it actually narrows your blood vessels. And how is it related to EPA, DHA? Studies have shown that the EPA and DHA would actually break down LDL. You know what it means by breakdown? It means that lorry, this EPA and DHA go inside that lorry and break it. So when you break it, what happened to the cholesterol? Now your cholesterol, there's no carrier to carry your cholesterol, to carry them and deposit them along the blood vessels. And then the DHA now will absorb all this cholesterol and bring them back to your liver, and then it gets flushed out. Are you following? Do you need me to repeat the story, the lorry story? I hope you are following. So just imagine LDL being a lorry carrying the cholesterol, moving along your blood vessels. Your blood vessels is like highway. Imagine that as a highway. So the lorry actually carries the cholesterol along the highway, and it just simply dumps the cholesterol along the way when it passes by the blood vessels. Okay? And EPA and DHA actually go inside the lorry, break down the lorry. Then when now you break the lorry, what happens? There's nowhere that your cholesterol can hide. So yes, it is free flowing there. Then this DHA is like, MPBJ, those cleaning truck that actually comes along the highway, pick up the cholesterol, bring them to the liver, and then get flushed out. You get it? Understand? Huh? So when DPA and DHA are high enough in your blood, it is able to actually break down the so-called lorry or the LDL that carries the cholesterol. So when your EPA and DHA are high enough, you won't get cholesterol deposited along your blood vessels. And another thing that EPA does is, EPA actually improves the flexibility of your red blood cells. Red blood cells. The red blood cells is a cell that carries oxygen and nutrients to all your body cells. EPA, when EPA is high, it actually makes your red blood cells flexible. Flexible in the sense that it can go through even the tiniest capillary. Can you imagine, does everyone know Batman? Do you know Batman? Everyone knows Batman, right? You know the Batman car, that it can get big, it can get small. Just imagine if your red blood cells has the ability to become big and become small. So of course, when it moves along the highway, or your large blood vessels, of course, it moves freely. Just imagine there's so many blood vessels and capillaries in your body. Of course, as with any country, you have highways, you have the village road, you have some small roads. You just imagine when this Batman. Just imagine if your red blood cells can act like the Batmobile, the Batman car, that when it reach the small capillary or the small village road, is able to shrink and become small and go through the capillary to bring food to your cells. I repeat, EPA actually makes your red blood cells flexible. Flexible in the sense that it can become big, it can become small. Okay, so when the red blood cells comes to capillary, which is very small, just like a small village road, it is able to shrink and get through it. So when it is able to shrink and get through it, it means that it can carry the nutrients and oxygen to every corner of your body. And this is how EPA or Arctic Sea improves blood circulation and helps you to fight off cholesterol or to reduce cholesterol in your body. And this is how it actually improves the metabolism. Are you following? I should think so, okay? I think I better go faster. Right. This is Dr. Gilbert. This is the founder of Omega-3, and he actually endorsed Forever Arctic Sea. Okay. And Forever Bee Pollen. Forever Bee Pollen. What makes Forever Bee Pollen in the Clean 9 program is it actually makes food burning more efficient, and it provides energy more efficiently. When you do not have enough vitamin B groups, it is going to make you feel tired, and as a result, you might not be able to sustain your exercise. And studies have also shown that when you are short of vitamin B groups, your body, instead of burning fat, actually stores fat. Okay, so you do actually need Forever Bee Pollen. You need bee pollen to make your food burning more efficient, to provide you the energy that you need during the Clean 9 process. And of course, the 22 amino acids there in the pollen will help you to repair your cells. And it is the most complete food in the nature. It actually improves metabolism and promotes fat burning. And the B groups because if you know about B groups, it's actually a nerve regulator. It actually maintains your nerve function to make sure that, do you remember earlier on, just now I told you about the messaging between your brain and other body cells? When you do not have enough B groups, the messages do not get across efficiently. So it actually regulates the nerve functions. You do need this to help your body to send the right message to the body. For example, your body needs to send the right message to your brain to tell you that, hi, I have enough fat, I have enough food. Now, please don't store fat. Instead, please help me burn more food. Something like this. So this goes along this line. This is how important bee pollen is in the Forever Clean Eye program. And the next one is Forever Light. Forever Light is actually made of de-skinned or skinned soybeans, and it is a complete nutrient blend, if you ask me. And what makes Forever Light different from the protein powders that you have in the market is it contains aminotin. Aminotin is a unique blend of enzymes to break down protein for proper digestion and for optimal absorption. Protein in its original form, when it enters your body, it cannot be utilized by your body. It has to be broken down into amino acids before it can be absorbed, because protein is very large. So you have to make it smaller. You have to break it down first before your body can actually absorb and use it. So this is function of the aminotin. It actually helps to break down the protein for optimal digestion and absorption of amino acids for you to repair your cells. And the next thing that Toxin just reminded me, which is Forever Fiber. Fiber is not, I'm sorry that I just missed it accidentally. Fiber, as I said just now, fiber acts like a brush to help you brush out all the dirt from your intestines. And then fiber also give you that feeling sensation so that you won't overeat during Clean 9. Okay. And yes, thank you, PCM Richard. Yes, Arctic Sea is also anti-thrombotic because of the, just now I told you about the highway and the capillary small village route story. When your red blood cells is flexible enough, it can actually get through the capillary smoother and more efficiently. And this way you won't get stuck. Okay, and then it is able to carry all the oxygen and all the nutrients to the body cells that need it. And just now I told you about the principles of Clean 9, right? I told you that it has to be scientifically sound. So basically, if you look at the proper detox program, you will find that fasting, day 1 and 2, fasting is a very important step. Why? You need fast so that you do not continuously put in toxin into your body. If you want your liver to detox for you, you have to make sure that you stop dumping toxin in. Remember in the second slide just now, I said if your organs are overloaded with toxic, your organs are not going to detoxify for you. So fasting is to kick start. Intermittent fasting, yes, but then as I said, if you do intermittent fasting, you have to make sure that there is enough nutrient for you to sustain. Because if it is just fasting without nutrient, the effect won't be sustainable, and you won't get the detox effectively. Okay, and fasting, and when you fast, then your body is actually relieved of the burden of taking in new toxins, and now it is free to, or it has more time, or has more energy or capability to get rid of the existing toxins that you have in your body. And then from day 3 to day 9 is diet control. I've told you earlier, there's no one program that would work without you watching what you eat. Okay, diet control, you have to control what you eat. That's for sure. And when we talk about diet control, we are also talking about amount that you put into your mouth. If you take too much food, okay, you are not only loading your organs, you are also potentially putting in more toxins into your body one more time. So diet control is one of the important steps, or one of the important principles in Clean 9. First, you need to fast. To make sure that your body is now relieved of the burden. Secondly, because you cannot fast for 9 days, right? I don't think anyone can fast for 9 days. You still need the food to go in to help your body do the detox. So you would need that minimal amount of solid food within the day 9 to day 3, and that is diet control. And for and then when you control your diet, then you are also controlling the amount of toxin that goes into the body, and you are also controlling the fat that you are putting in your body. And only that way your detox will be effective. And how about liquid fasting, Jacqueline? Liquid fasting, you are going to lose liquid, so you will rebound fast. And principle 2, diet management. As I said just now, you are talking about food. There is no one detox that would work without you watching your food. You are talking about detox. So first of all, you have to make sure that the food is fresh and natural. What do I mean by fresh? For example, you are eating an apple out from the fridge. It is fresh, right? But if you cut half and you only eat half of it, and the other half you put inside the fridge and you only eat the next day or 2 days later, do you still think it is fresh? No, it is not. Fresh means you have to make sure that you try to eat the vegetables as fresh as possible. You try to eat fruits as fresh as possible, and it has to be natural. For example, if you want to eat meat, then you take meat as it is. Don't take meatballs. Meatballs is actually a processed food. So you have to make sure that the food you take, especially during the 9 days, is fresh and natural. Balanced means balanced diet. Do you see the plate next to this, on the right-hand side? I'm sorry for our friends who are from Philippines. This is in our Malay language, but basically, if you look at the picture, you will know that it actually shows you what kind of combination that you need in a plate. Basically, you need a half of your plate should be made up of fresh vegetables and fruits. Actually, you need more vegetables than fruits. Then a quarter of it should be of high quality protein. So you please don't take fatty meat. You can have high quality protein, means lean meat, fish. This is high quality protein. And then you also need carbohydrate. You will need carbohydrate to maintain your body's metabolism. If you don't eat carbohydrates, your body is going to go into a process called ketosis, which is very bad for your health. So you will need all kinds of combinations in the right amount for you to have a successful detox program. Less OSS. Now let's guess. What does it mean by less OSS? Can someone try what is OSS? Can you please type in the chat box? What is OSS? Can someone try? This is about food control, right? So now you need to have fresh and natural food, and you need to have balanced diet. Less OSS. Very good. Oil, salt, and sugar. See, when you look at it, it is loss. So it means that if you consume less oil, less salt, and less sugar, you are going to lose weight. Isn't it good? Is it easy to remember now? Ma'am, is it remember? Yes, very easy to remember, right? So less equals to loss of weight. And you have to control the calories. Control the calories means that you don't overeat. Because when you overeat, you are overloading the organs, especially your liver, your kidneys, and intestines. So instead, because you need to do detox, so therefore you have to free them up, to let them have the time, to let them have the capability to do the detox for you. So make sure that you don't overeat. Is this program suitable for someone who practices keto and paleo diet? Keto and paleo diet are totally different from clean 9. When you do clean 9, it is not keto and it is not paleo diet. These are two different programs. Of course, if that person is now doing keto, of course he can anytime or she can anytime switch to clean 9. Okay, because clean 9 is a detox program, while keto and paleo diet are totally different. Keto and paleo are for something else, for the other purpose. And if you ask me, I hope there is no keto supporter here. Keto diet is actually not, I always believe in balanced diet. If you practice keto, it means that you are taking high fat and there's no carbohydrate. And what happens? Your body goes into ketosis. Ketosis is very bad, especially for your brain. So I always believe in balanced diet. You can take everything, but everything in moderate amount. That is the key. Okay. These are the examples of clean 9 food. Who says that clean 9 food is boring? Was it in your head? Did it just occur in your mind that you could only eat vegetables, some boring grilled chicken meat, some steamed chicken? Not at all, right? Just look at my slide now. Isn't it interesting? So look at the food here on the slide. Isn't it interesting? You can actually get very creative with that 600 calories that you need for your clean 9 diet. And it is not boring at all. Just get creative. So what is more important is to go back to these principles, the 4 principles here: fresh and natural, LOSS, balance and control the calories, then you are doing fine. Right. So this is just a part of it. I have more actually. And I even have the portions that you need to put in. All right. And the last one is about exercise. This is irreplaceable. You must do exercise if you want to detox. So this is just an example of exercise that you need to do. You can do anything. And you can even go shopping, but make sure that you actually walk nonstop for 30 minutes at least in a row. So for example, you like window shopping, it's okay. Go to that shopping mall that you want. Of course, now you can't go to shopping mall. I mean, after MCO, if you want to go to shopping mall, just make sure that you just walk continuously for at least 30 minutes. All right. Studies have shown that you need to continually moving yourself for 30 minutes for you to enter the fat burning stage. Okay. All right. I think this is towards the end of sharing today. And the last one, which I don't feel like sharing with you because I don't want to demotivate you. But again, this is important for you to know what detox reactions that you might be having if you are doing a clean 9. A tiredness, smelly breath, smelly excretions such as smelly urine and stool, lethargy, irritable, immune mood swing. It is all normal. As long as you don't get high fever, you are fine. Okay, it means that the detox is working and you are fine. In case if you get high fever, I'm talking about high fever, then stop the program immediately. So far, I've not encountered any. And I've not, out of my many years with Forever, I've only seen one friend who is allergic to aloe vera, but it is very rare case. So usually people are okay with it. I mean, clean 9 is okay for you if you are having diabetics and you're having high blood pressure. They're actually doing more good to you. You know, if you do clean 9, it's going to help you greatly, just as I shared just now. And as with every class, everybody loves testimonials. So let's share with you. Let me share with you some testimonials. As you can see, these are all from the articles or all from the, the search engine. That clean night is actually one of the most searched item on the search engine, and it also appears in a lot of newspapers and magazines. And I think everybody knows this. This is Victoria Beckham. She was a supporter, or she has been a supporter, or she has tried clean night before, and she's happy about it. And this is Miss Sweden. This is self-explanatory. I don't have to explain much about this, what she's holding. This is our aloe vera gel. And some artists actually are also consumers of the Forever Living products. This is the before and after they do clean night, and this is after the 8-15 program as well. I think what is more important, and I need to give you a realistic figure. Usually after clean night, you can lose between 2 to 5 kilograms. This is the realistic figure. When you see 53 and 42, they usually have done clean night together with the F15. So if you are looking at a proper weight control, then you must do clean night followed by F15 afterwards. Okay? And this is before and after, right? This is also before the after. This is Campbell, and this is also one of our partners. See, these are all the before and after testimonials. So after seeing so many testimonials, okay, this is one last thing that I want to do. You know, a lot of people, they are lack of the motivation to motivate themselves to actually to be determined to actually do the detox or to join the clean night program. You know, the day 1 and day 2, I always say day 1 to day 1.5 is always the hardest. If you can get through that, I can almost guarantee a success for you in the day 3 to day 9. So just make sure that you put in the effort, be determined, and do the clean night. It's just a decision, you know. Do your food yourself, prepare your food yourself. This is important. If you are someone who always eat out, why not just, for that 9 days, prepare your own food? I mean, the payback is rewarding, and it really pays off. Whatever effort that you put in for that 9 days, you will really be amazed how it is going to reward you, right? So you are the master of your own health, and put your name there. Find a nice picture, maybe your picture when you were slimmer, or maybe put a picture of your of a cloth, of a piece of dress that you would like to fit in. Put it there, okay? Or put your, your health chart there, and then put your name there. You are the master of your own health, okay? And thank you, everyone. Thank you for spending. Oh, sorry. Yes, okay. A surplus of, I'm supposed to give only a 1 hour talk, but then you have exceeded 15 minutes. I'm so sorry about it. And thank you very much, everyone. And now we give this back to our MC, Zira. Let's stop sharing this. Oops. Right, stop share. Okay, we're back to the main screen. Zira, are you there?
I think the MC is missing. I did not see her name inside there.
Okay, then I will do the closing myself. Thank you very much, everyone, for being with us today. I'm sorry that if I blunt or I murmured or there are certain sentences I didn't mention clearly, but then I've tried my best to share what I know about clean night with you. I hope you can it's actually useful for you, right? And yes, Mr. Tony, there's a question you want to ask. Yes, Mr. Tony, how can I help you? Is Miss Tony would like to ask a question? Azira?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry because
yes, okay,
I cannot unmute myself.
Okay, now you are unmuted.
Let me do the closing. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Dr. Kimi, for a very great sharing. Okay, guys, everyone, remember loss less oil, salt, and sugar. We hope that everyone understand how Clean9 works to our body. Do not let toxin overtake our body, okay? Let's start detox now. And before we end our sharing tonight, I want us to greet our slogan. Okay, the slogan is, yes, no limit, go, 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 millionaire for 3 times, okay? Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start. 1,
Yes.
2,
Baca dulu.
3.
Yes. No limit. No limit. Go, go, go. Millionaire.
Eh.
No limit, go, go, go,
Go,
millionaire.